Welcome back to the JSFL. We're here in week 11 with the Battle of the Leaders. We have the New Orleans Musicians at 8-2 coming to the Seattle 8-2 Natives. Seattle still losing Timothy Morgan. He'll be back next week though, but they have a challenge coming to New Orleans Musicians. They've been winning. I don't know the win streak, but I know it's pretty good. And they're hoping to win in Seattle tonight. Seattle without Timothy Morgan. New Orleans completely healthy. We'll see who wins here. Who will have the league's leading? Who can have that first seed? Both teams coming out here. We'll see who can win tonight. Walter Sanders. This is his last season in the league. Next season, he's retiring. But he's going to make it a memorable one. This is probably one of the best games of the regular season for him. Probably his last primetime game. Let's see who can win here in Seattle. Let's get this thing started here in Seattle. Herman Poe against Steph Skies. Who will win this battle? Seattle's been on a bumpy road recently, but last week they won, so hopefully same scheme. Mark Berry, he was involved a lot last week. We'll see if he gets in. But New Orleans, they involved a lot of Leonard Roy last week. We'll see if they keep that too. And the kick away, as we get to see the New Orleans Musicians and the Seattle Natives, the battle of the top teams. On the kick return, it gets to the 29. Pretty good return. And now we get to see the New Orleans Musicians and Steph Skies. Steph Skies, 203 completions out of 297 attempts, 2,402 yards, 15 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Least interceptions thrown in the league. He does not make too many mistakes. And pretty good throwing of touchdowns. He's number 9 in the league at throwing. He's 9th in the MVP race. Here's Owen Castles. Gets it out to the 30. Let's look a little more into this New Orleans offense. O-line pretty good, besides Carson Labara. They might be getting rid of him next year. Carl Graves make that big catch in overtime a couple weeks ago. And Owen Castles and Leonard Roy, one of the best halfback duos, arguably the best in the league. There's also Julio Jokes and Frank Jog, and then Steve Watts and Taylor Little. But Steve Watts isn't used that much. Here's 2nd and 9 after the run by Castles. Castles again. Castles finding room. Chicks up a man. Gets it to the 48. Explosive run there by Owen Castles, going for 21 yards. 3 yards after contact for Castles. That's what this run game can do for New Orleans. They have a good old line, and it can help these two out a lot. Seattle's defense is going to have to play really good against these two. Castles, great play there. Walter Sanders got a hand on him that could have saved that play from breaking big. Here's 1st and 10, 4 receivers, and Castles in the backfield. Here's Steph Skies, his first throw of the night. Throwing that one complete. It's Jesse Flowers, the rookie. 28 yards. No, that's Joey Jordan, my bad. I thought that was Flowers. Joey Jordan, the backup tight end. He doesn't get that many catches, but there's a nice one. So, your musicians are really methodical. Well, not that methodical. It's just been play after big play. They've got downfield in 3 plays. Joey Jordan, that one is 9th catch of the season. Almost to 100 yards. He was at 58 before this game. 1st and 10. Here's Skies. Throwing it. Hit down incomplete. Good play there by the Natives defense. Let's look at them. We got Walt Sanders. He's going to retire next season. Ernest Coleman. He's had some pretty good games. Stefan Hernandez is one of the key players, one of the best players on defense. Might be the best. And then Sheldon Lee, the free safety that keeps this secondary in shape. Might not be the best secondary, but he definitely helps it. Bruce Goodman, pretty good as well. The corners, probably one of the worst corners in the league. They do have Paris Mass, though. For once, New Orleans receivers actually have advantage on the corners. 2nd and 10, it's Castles. Owen Castles getting it up to the 17. 3 rushes, 25 yards. That one, Doug Dunn stuffing it, 3rd and 7. And New Orleans convert in the red zone. Get a first and goal would most likely be. No, that one. Oh, they don't necessarily need to get a first and goal. But if they get a first down, it's most likely going to be first and goal. Here's Skies on 3rd down. Throwing. Caught up the middle. Hits down at the 6. Good catch there. Snag that one was Jesse Flowers, the rookie. Flowers came out of West with their high-powered offense, and came Danny Edwards. So West produces some pretty good tight ends. First and goal for the Musicians. A swing. This one, Owen Castles. Owen Castles gets hit back, and that's its drop for 2. They tried to extend the room. Stefan Hernandez getting there. If he broke Hernandez, that one could have went for it all. So, good play call, but good play by Seattle. Stopping that one. I put my bet on Seattle. Hopefully I'm not disappointed. I forgot how good New Orleans' offense actually was. 2nd and goal. It's Castles again. He's going to get hit and dropped this time. Seattle finally playing like brick wall defense. Brendan Brook with that tackle. 3rd and goal to 8. Most likely going to be Seth Skies in the pass game this time. 5 wide for the Musicians. 3rd and goal. Here's Skies. Looking to throw. Throwing. End zone. Caught. Touchdown. New Orleans is on the board. First receiving TD of the night for, I think that is Domingo Gonzalez. Check here in a second. That was, yes, Domingo Gonzalez. That was correct. The Domingo Gonzalez with the TD catch, and that is number 3 of the season for Gonzalez. With review, they're going to see if Gonzalez had his feet in. I didn't really check that much attention. What's he in? Okay, get a good view from there. Maybe a different one. That one you can see Juan. He might be out. I think Gonzalez is out. They're going to call it. We'll see. It's a touchdown. New Orleans got it. Now the 22 extra point attempts. It is up. It is good. And 9 plays, 71 yards. 3 minutes, 40 seconds for New Orleans' first drive. And it is a touchdown one. We'll see if Seattle can strike right back. This should be a very interesting game, and what an interesting start we got to see here. Start us off. The kick away, as we'll see Seattle. First drive. You want it down, and we'll see Kermit Poe's stats on the season. He's ranked 8th in the MVP race, one higher than such guys, as we looked at a little bit ago. 210 completions, 290 attempts, 2,637 yards, 19 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. So he's thrown a bit more interceptions than Skies, but he's thrown 4 more touchdowns. And he has a lot more yards and then a couple more completions. First and 10, here's Poe. Throwing, that's a dot. Oh, he's hit! He's rumbled down to the court. Great play there by New Orleans. But let's look at that offense. O-line, pretty bad. I mean, besides Philip Barnes, 99 right tackle, but he's leaving next season. Dallas Crawford, your starting wide receiver today, as Timothy Morgan is not here. And Colton Yu, a pretty good back. He should be able to do a lot of damage tonight after going off the 212-yard game last week. I believe that was somewhere around what his numbers were. Second and 10. Here's Poe once more, throwing. That's not down. Great defense by New Orleans. Let's look at that defense. 2 great plays from them. The D-line. You have Vince Payton. He's been making some plays. Kevin Coward, pretty good run stuffer. Tyron McDermott, Edward Cooper, good outside of the linebackers. And this secondary, arguably the best in the league. 299 overall safeties, and Sean Flores and Samuel Perez. And then a pretty good corner set with Joseph Davis at 92 and Henry Torres at 83. Probably the best secondary in the league in New Orleans. Arguably the best defense. Third and 10. Here's Poe. Throwing. That one's caught. It's Dallas Crawford. Hits him at the 44 and he's dropped there. 19 yards and a first for Seattle. As New Orleans, good 2 plays. Go out to not as they get passed on. Third time's the charm, and Kermit Poe delivers it to Dallas Crawford. First and 10. Here is you. No, it's Poe. Poe's throwing. Where was that one going to? Second and 10 after the pass to go to the ghost. Second and 10. We're here in Seattle, 5:35 left in the first quarter. On a Monday night. Next week will be the final week before playoffs. Both of these teams are already going to be in there. Pulling you. No rush, and that's good. Well, actually, yes, New Orleans is definitely in there, but if Seattle drops their next 2, they could possibly be out. Here's 3rd and 8. Poe throwing. That's caught. Getting another 3rd down conversion. And it gets it to Fred Williams. His first catch goes for 13 yards. So 2 3rd down conversions, old passes. Poe delivers that one. By the way, Colton might have had 1 rush. I can't remember. Because that was Joseph Davis put him out of bounds. Davis playing a little too close to the line of scrimmage, and it hurt him. Here's 1st and 10. Seattle playing a little tight coverage. Maybe it is Sheldon Romero he's going to. Here's Poe. Throwing, that's down deep. Oh, knocked away by New Orleans. Poe looking for the top on the sideline, but he's double covered and he dropped it. 2nd and 10. Good play there by New Orleans. Possession stacking the line a bit here. Here's a heavy rush. Poe gets it off just in time. Oh, it's caught somehow. Bobbles off his hands and he catches it. 3rd and 7. Gets 3 yards. Sheldon Romero with that catch. Nice bobble catch. So Poe gets it away just in time, as I think that was Tyron McDermott coming in to get the sack. Here's 3rd and 7. They're going five receivers, 1 tight end. No, 4 receivers, 1 tight end. Here's Poe throwing. There's blitz. He's looking up. It's Dallas Crawford. Hits it down to the 8. That's 1st and goal for the Natives. Dallas Crawford in quadruple coverage, I believe it was. He comes down with it. Look at this. Poe sending it deep. He was double covered and the safety was coming in. Still makes the catch in contact. Wow. That's a talented receiver. He was a 2nd string. He is a 2nd string until tonight and last week. Unbelievable talent. He has 49 yards already on today, only in the 1st drive. Sean Flores, the tackle. Credit him. One of the many guys trying to get him down. Here's Poe throwing. That's Romero. Hits him and he gets it to the 6. 2 yards. Romero 5 yards now. Perez with the tackle. Second and goal. Here is the run up the middle with Yu. He gets it to the 2-yard line. He rushes 5 yards by Yu. 3rd and goal. Perez, the safety, gets the tackle. 3rd and goal to 2. What does Seattle call? Do they go with Poe and trying to pass to maybe Dallas Crawford? Or do they call Yu on the ground? 3 receivers spread in the back. 3rd and goal to Poe. Looking to throw. He's getting pressure. He's going to go down. Tyron McDermott with the sack. 4th and goal now after that one. As McDermott gets in there. Paul was looking for a receiver. Looked pretty tight. Maybe Romero, but good defense there by New Orleans. Nothing was really open, and Poe had to eat the sack. Fourth and goal now after New Orleans finally gets a 3rd down stop. Took them like 4 or 5 tries, but they did it. So Seattle has to settle for a field goal. This one is going to be 24 yards, and it's good. We'll be back in Seattle in just a moment. As it's 7-3. Here in the Natives' home, musicians are on top. We are back in Seattle. Kickoff again, as each team has put a score on the board. New Orleans a touchdown, Seattle field goal. And we'll see if New Orleans can score twice. As the kick away, still here in the 1st quarter, 2:27. As we'll see what New Orleans can do on their 2nd drive. Here comes the return. It comes out to the 29-yard line. Nope, the 30-yard line, I can call it.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
Here's a run. It's Castles shifting up to the 30. And nowhere. Here is a run. It's Leonard Roy. No, that's Castles again. Wow, they're really using him. 3rd and 13. I think you gotta use the pass game. That's Hernandez on the tackle. But yeah, I don't know why they used the pass game on that play. It looks like Castles was tired. Third and 13. Can Seattle make a stop? Can they go make New Orleans a 3 and out? Ooh. Questionable formation here from New Orleans. Here's Skies looking to throw. Wild time in the pocket. There's an edge rusher, and he's down. Ernest Coleman's in there, and that's a sack. Some guys couldn't see behind him. as Labara led off the tackle. Good protection there, but Labara let him go. Oh no, wait, that was Roosevelt Hayes. Sorry, Labara was getting double covered with someone. And it's 4th and 22 as Seattle forces a 3 and out on New Orleans. The kick away is Seattle. Their second drive comes here now. They're going to return it from the 17. Return, Duquesne, and he gets it out to the 39. So that's Dallas Crawford with the 18-yard return, as they're going to be put in great field position here. Kermit Poe now back out with the offense. 3 points on their last possession. Had to convert on a lot of 3rd downs. Let's see if they can make a little more pace this time. 1st and 10. Here's you. Colton Yu shakes off a tackle. He gets it to the 42. If that one tackler won the bender, that could have been a blown-up play for you. Samuel Perez, credit him with the tackle. Might not have been it. Might have been him. 2nd and 7. This might be the end of the first quarter. This might be our last play of the first quarter. Probably will be it, unless there's an incomplete pass. 2nd and 7. Here is you again. You breaking some tackles, and he gets it up to the 1st down sticks. Good play by Colton. You had 3 New Orleans defenders on him. And that's the end of the first quarter. Great game we've seen here in Seattle so far. New Orleans up by 4, 7-3. And Seattle's 3rd straight consecutive primetime game. They've been in a lot recently. I don't know why. I must have accidentally done that, but 1st and 10. Here is Henry Harris, I believe that is. No, it's Colton Yu once more. 2nd and 6. Tyron McDermott. He got in there. As it goes for 4 yards. Colton Yu might need a little bit of a rest. Maybe have to give it in the hands of Kermit Poe on this play. 2nd and 6. You in the backfield. Throwaway, and that one's delivered, and it's got to... That's Fred Williams. Fred Williams' 2nd catch. He has 21 yards on the day now. Sean Flores getting up to break the tackle. 1st and 10 here. We're in the 2nd quarter. A little over 9 minutes left to go. Kermit Poe, he hands it off. This one, Colton Yu gets it to the 37. 6 rushes, 21 yards. Here's Colton Yu. Colton Yu trying to bounce to the outside. He gets a juke. Colton Yu down to the 29. Colton Yu being shifty, 3rd and inches. Colton Yu, let's talk a little about him. 2nd in the MVP race behind Taylor Little. And it's got to be... Taylor Little pretty much has MVP wrapped in a bag this year. Colton Yu, very good player. Defense is hard to scheme for him because he's so shifty. Taylor Little's power, but Colton Yu, right there, he got a little yard and he was shifty with it. You've seen a lot of jukes, and he should not have as many yards as he did, especially for New Orleans. Great defense. It's hard to run the ball on these guys. But Colton Yu has been juking them all night and gaining a lot of yards after contact. Nice 1st down there by Colton Yu, and he gets over 30 yards now on the day. Here is 1st and 10. It's Poe. 5 wide, he's throwing. It's Sheldon Romero with the catch. He gets it to the 16. I think it's a 1st down. 2nd and inches, no. But they're in the red zone now. It's Sheldon Romero's 3rd catch. He's 15 yards under there. Garrett McWilliams, credit him with tackle. Your second and inches, it's Cole New getting into the 14 and a first down. It's first and 10. At the 14, it's you, Cole New, getting the carry up the middle, gets into the 8-yard line. Averaging 4.1 yards per carry right now for Cole New. Second and 3. Second and 3. Here's you again. This time, he's going to get stuffed in the backfield. Good play up there by New Orleans, 35. That one, Edward Cooper. Outside linebacker getting in to stuff him. He thought the run would be coming, and he hit the pain there on you as he got off his block quickly. This New Orleans team staying the same besides getting one new addition in free agency, maybe some more in the draft, but they get Jamal Saul from Miami. Third and 5. Here's Poe. Scrambling a little to the side, throwing on the run. Hits his receiver, but I think that's going to be short. He got it to Sean Cox, the fullback, but 4th and 1 as the good play there by Sean Flores, the free safety, to make sure he couldn't get to the sticks. Sorry for the stop, but we are here as they did do the field goal attempt and it's good, so it's 7-6 here in Seattle. Away, they're going to kneel it in the end zone. Start at the 25, so such guys in the offense comes out after going 3 and out. They're using the run just a little too much. Owen Cassius began to get tired, so maybe they go a little more to the end this time. Or use the Leonard Roy. I mean, he can be used. First and 10. Here's Castles running, and he gets it to the 27. Second and 8, 2 yards on the carry. Second and 8. Skies throwing. Throwing this one up the middle. That's caught. It's Carl Graves up to the 46-yard line. Carl Graves, his first catch of the night. He does a shifty move and he gets it 19 yards. We'll watch this replay here. It's Skies who throws it. Graves makes a little nice catch there and shifts on the defense a little bit. He moves a little bit through tackling. Still gets tackled though, so. New Orleans has made Seattle for 2 straight field goals. So they've done pretty decent. At least not letting touchdowns. Here's first and 10 for New Orleans. Here's Skies throwing. Gets that one to Carl Graves again. Hits him at the 41 and they're on Seattle side of the field. The second catch, 32 yards now after those last 2 plays. Jared McKay, the corner of the tackle. Here's Skies on play action. Throwing this one. Oh, incomplete. A little off the marks there for Skies. Maybe a little bit of age issues, but it's incomplete. Second and 10 now for the Musicians. 4 receivers, 1 tight end. Here is Leonard Roy up the middle. Leonard Roy getting it to the 24-yard line. 17 yards on his first carry. That is explosive for you. This isn't even a starting running back, but he sure could be one. Maybe some trades from teams this offseason for him. Your Skies are going to throwing this one complete. It's Graves. Graves up to the 2-yard line. 53 yards down the day for Graves. Peter Morse on that tackle, saving him from getting into the end zone. Graves makes a little cut, and it confuses the defense. Here's a run up the middle of Castles, and he can't get there. Second and goal at the 2-yard line. 2 minutes left to go in this first half. It's a swing out to Castles. Owen Castles finding the edge. He's diving for a touchdown. Musicians. Owen Castles in there for the score. He is number 5 in the MVP race. Maybe that one to help him out a little bit. That is number 6 on the season for Castles. As he jumps in and gets the TD. That is New Orleans' 10th rushing touchdown. There's also another player coming to New Orleans defense next year. It's Chris Johnson from Kansas City. 8 plays, 75 yards, 3 minutes, 4 seconds on that drive. Another drive for a touchdown that was pretty good. So now, Seattle down by 8. There's the return. This one, Crawford. Crawford kicking off men to the 25-yard line. 22 yards on that return. As Poe comes back out with the offense in a 2-minute warning situation, maybe trying to tie this game up. At the 25, they 153 to try to get this thing down the field. Here's Poe throwing. Really slow that time from Fred Williams. Had no energy in him. 3 catches, 32 yards for the man. Williams had no energy in that play at all. Caught the ball and pretty much stopped cold in his tracks. No huddle, they're going quick. Here's Poe, play action. Throwing as he gets hit, and it's knocked down. He was looking for Mark Berry. Here's Poe on second down. Throwing this one. That's caught. Gets us to the 42 as he delivers a strike downfield to Fred Williams. 21 yards in that play. That 50 over 50 yards now for Williams. 4 catches, 3 yards. And a timeout by Seattle. Interesting, they call timeout. And that's the first of the half. Only 2 more. 1:01 left to go in the second quarter. As we're almost here at halftime. It's 14-6 in Seattle. Good game so far. Here's Poe looking to throwing that one shot to Romero on the catch, and he gets it to the 36. Another timeout by Seattle. 36-yard line. They have 1 timeout and a little over 50 seconds with 56 seconds left to go. Romero 4 catches, 21 yards. Flores been all over the field getting tackles tonight. They're going to say that's the 7th. Might be wrong. Some of those might be assists. 2nd and 4. Here's Poe. Throwing that one to Romero on the sideline. He's hit, but he catches it, and I think that's a first down. No, 3rd and inches they're going to call it. Romero averaging 5 yards a catch. He has 5 catches, 25 yards, and Tyron McDermott in there to help with the tackle. 35 seconds left to go in the first half. Seattle probably needing to strike downfield. Here's Paul throwing. It's Romero again. He gets it to the 30. And there's only time for about 2 more plays, you would think. Paul throwing that one. It gets him the first down, but they need a lot more yards. $11 seconds, 10 seconds, and that's the final timeout for Seattle. We'll see if they take a shot to the end zone or they just field goal and let New Orleans take it throws to the clock. If they shoot for the end zone, it's got to be straight to the end zone. Possibly out of bounds, but it's going to be hard. New Orleans probably going to be stalking the sidelines. No, but the field goal kick, this one would be 47 yards. Kick up, it is good. He drains the far one. 3 for 3 on this field goal kick. 6 seconds left in the first half. As he makes it a 5-point game, Seattle playing field goals. They'll hit the ball and start the second half, though, so they'll have another chance to take the lead. See if New Orleans can make a big kick return. Or maybe they just kneel this thing out. Kick away. See what New Orleans decides here. They're going to take this one out. And it up to the 24 with 3 seconds left. Most likely a kneel here. Yep, they're in kneel formation. And this will take us to the end of the first half. The Seth Skies kneels us. And we've hit halftime. So, musicians of New Orleans musicians are 14. And the Seattle Natives are at 9 without star receiver, Timothy Morgan. Good game here. Seattle ruling by air. And New Orleans ruling by land. New Orleans having a higher rate, yards per play rating. And it's been Seth Skies. He threw a touchdown and only Castro got a rushing touchdown. That went to Domingo Gonzalez. And it's been both teams having a really good pass run ratio so far. Spread the ball great. But we'll see what team can have the better surge during the second half. Seattle couldn't get the ball into the end zone in the first half, but that's all New Orleans could do in their 3 possessions. Well, one of them didn't go. One of them got actually forced to 3 and out by Seattle. Ernest Coleman got a sack on such guys on 3rd down. Kern Poe warming up. He didn't have the best first half, but it was decent. That was Crawford, your return man for this kick. He's looking to make a big one. The kick away, and we start the second half here in Seattle. It's going to be kneeled, and they're going to take it at the 25. As Kern Poe and the offense come back out. Here is a 1st and 10 for Seattle. They give it to Cole New to start off the second half. Cole New shedding off a lot of tackles, and he gets it to the 28, 3 yards. 12 rushes, 42 yards now for you, as he's almost to 50. If he has a good second half, you could definitely have a 100-yard game. Norris Conover, the right end with the tackle there. Jamal Saul probably taking his spot next season. Second and 7. Here's Poe throwing, and Sheldon Romero gets it to the 34. Romero's got a lot of short passes today. 7 catches, but only 34 yards. McWilliams with the tackle. 3rd and 1 for the Natives. Can New Orleans stand strong? Haven't been able to do much on 3rd down. Here's a big blitz. Poe throwing. Wide open receiver. Oh, Williams putting up a fight, and he gets down up to the 49-yard line. Poe on 75% pass completion right now. Williams 5 receptions, 69 yards. He's been a pretty good target for Poe today. He's against Henry Torres, known to have a little bit of an advantage. First and 10. Here's you. Cole New finding a seam. The safety has to tackle him at the 38. He's over 50 yards now, 55 yards on 13 carries. Good play there by Seattle, as New Orleans wasn't expecting that strong of a run from him. First and 10. Good so far opening drive for Seattle. Let's see if they can continue. Wait, 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's play action. It's Kermit Poe. Kermit Poe stepping up. He's going to take off. And he gets it to 33, 4 yards on that play. Kermit Poe, 0 rushing stats as he hasn't had a big game on the ground yet. For stats to be on rushing for QBs, you have to have over 50-plus yards or a rushing touchdown, and he has neither of those. So 2nd and 6 now for Kermit Poe. The reason he probably doesn't have that many rushing targets is not bad. He just has so many receiving targets. 2nd and 6. Here's Cole New on the fake jet sweep, and he gets it to the 60 yard. He has 60 yards now, and he gets it to the 28-yard line. 3rd and 1. Garrett McWilliams, he was in there, middle linebacker. 3rd and 1 now for the Natives. Can New Orleans finally make a stop? They're not that great at 3rd down stops besides when in the red zone. Here's Cole New. He breaks the seam and he finds it. Room to the 23. As another 3rd down blown by New Orleans and another 3rd down completed by Seattle. New Orleans needs to find a way to shut down Cole New. He's been grabbing yards and yards at a time. First and 10 at the 23. At the tip of the red zone here for Seattle. And they find their way in once more. Maybe try to get a touchdown this time. This one, I think it's John Cox. Yes, John Cox, the fullback, 6 yards and not Gary. McWilliams with the tackle. 2nd and 4 now after Sean Cox hit 6 yards. Guess you have to give a little break to Colin Yu. He's been carrying the ball great, but the guy needs a little rest. Here's 2nd and 4. This one, Colin Yu again. Colin Yu getting to a first and goal at the 6. 77 yards. What a first drive this has been for him. Joseph Davis, the #1 corner in New Orleans, making that tackle. As they found their way to the 1st and goal once more, but can they finally cash in it for once? They're going to go 5 wide here. Here's Poe throwing. End zone caught, touchdown. That's Mark Berry, his first catch of the night. And it is a TD for Seattle as they take the lead for the first time tonight. Probably going to go for the 2-point attempts. As for Mark Berry, his 2nd touchdown of the season. His 2nd game as in the starting lineup, too. Well, not a starter, but he has a lot of playing time. Now the 2-point attempt to take it up by a field goal. Seattle make it happen. Here's Poe. Throwing. This one caught, touchdown. Well, 2 points. That is Dallas Crawford with the 2-point attempt catch. And Seattle goes up by 3. That scores 10 plays, 76 yards. Kermit Poe only had to throw 3 passes for 26 yards. And all 3 of them were complete. Now Steph Sky is finally down for the first time today. We'll see if he can bring his team for their first opportunity in the second half to get a touchdown. Well, Mark Berry already has more touchdowns than Timothy Morgan this season. Definitely not as many yards, but he's been pretty consistent in the end zone, averaging a touchdown a game so far. 23 yards per return for Leonard Roy. 1st and 10. Steph Skies, 6 for 8 passing today, 101 yards and a touchdown. So not terrible. Just he hasn't had many shots because they gave it to Owen Castleton and one to Leonard Roy. Gotta spread the ball a little more, I think, if this happens. Owen Castleton is gonna get rocked. Oh no, that's Leonard Roy, but he still gets rocked. Wow. Play there by Hernandez. That's what I mean when I say he's I'm going to say this guy is the best player on this defense. He just is the glue to keep this team together. Sean Lee is a close second, but Stephen Hernandez is just a great player. And they're adding Ronaldo Smith to this linebacking core next season. It's going to be deadly. I mean, they are losing Walter Sanders, but it's going to be a deadly defense. Especially if they do the draft right. Here's 2nd and 13. Throwing. That one caught in traffic, I believe. I think that was Jesse Flowers. Yeah, that's Jesse Flowers, rookie from West. His 2nd catch of the day as he goes up atop the defense to get that one. He snags it from him. And this pretty well secondary. Here's 1st and 10. And Skies on the play action. He's throwing. That's a delivered dot. Carl Graves shaking his way up to the 29. Steph Skies 150 yards now on the day. Carl Graves, 4 catches, 76 yards, as he's having himself a pretty good day. Hung Thornburg, the right outside linebacker, with the tackle. As he snips his wings before he can fly any farther. Graves, he's a pretty athletic guy when it comes to run after catch. And he's done a little bit of juking moves every catch he's trying to make. He's trying to make a little more yards after the catch. Here's Skies throwing. That one is caught. Hits him at the 19 and he's dropped. That's Carl Graves. Carl Graves could have a big game today. Could have 150 yards if he really tried. He's at 86 right now in the third quarter. 1st and 10. They need a field goal to tie a touchdown and take them to lead. They're at the 19 in the red zone. They're hoping to get the touchdown. Here's guys throwing. That's caught. It's Domingo Gonzalez. Down to the 10-yard line, fighting against 2 defenders. 2nd and 1 now after that play. Consistent air attack right now from New Orleans. Let's see if they maybe go to the ground for 2nd and 1. Or do they try to take a shot at the end zone and run at 3rd down? We'll have to see I formation coming out of New Orleans. I feel like if it's a run, it might just get shut down. Oh, it looks like a counter. Oh, it's a swing. Castles to the outside. Castles making the 1st down. If he would have been a little more athletic there, he could have probably got a lot more yards. 1st and goal now for New Orleans. But he does the job. He gets the 1st down. 1st and goal at the 8. New Orleans is cashing every 1st and goal they've had. Or a goal they've had. Here's Skies on play action. He's going to go down. Brendan Brute with the sack there. 2nd and goal as the linebacker gets in there for the sack. Brendan Brute, his 1st sack of the season. He might not even be a starter next year with all the talent coming. Second and goal at the 18, and that's going to make this a lot harder. Second and goal at the 18. Here's Skies throwing. He gets it down to the 9. Good play there by Jesse Flowers as he's going down. 3 catches, 46 yards for him. Pretty good day. Hernandez, 4 tackles. That's what they're crediting him with. We're getting it down to the wire here in the 3rd quarter. It's been an interesting game so far. 3rd and goal. Here is Skies. Looking to throw. End zone. Caught. Domingo Gonzalez. Touchdown. New Orleans. Gonzalez, his 2nd touchdown of the game. And his 5th of the season. He's been finding himself open in the red zone today. Gonzalez gets in. And New Orleans takes the lead. It's Kermit Poe on the sideline. As we'll be back here in just a few moments for the rest of this game. We're back here in New Orleans. In Seattle, and the kick up is good. 9 plays, 75 yards, 3 minutes, 57 seconds. 120 left to go in the 3rd quarter. The Musicians up by 4. 21-17 here in Seattle. The battle of the best 2 teams in the league. Both teams 8-2. And this is truly a great game, what we all expected. We'll see if Seattle can answer back to New Orleans' touchdown with maybe a touchdown of their own. This one going to be kneeled, and they'll start at 25 once more. Dallas Crawford with the kneel. And Kermit Poe and the offense come back out. Cole New, 16 rushes, 77 yards, 4.8 yards per carry. He has been dominant. New Orleans hasn't been able to stop him much. First and 10. Here's Cole New. Cole New bursting up the side seam up the middle. 85 yards now, so he gets up to the 33 and 8 yards on that carry. Second and 2 for Seattle. Here's Cole New. He's going to get the 1st down. Gets it up to the 36. Now he has 88 yards in the game. First and 10, here's you. This one dropped at the 37. He's 11 yards away from 100 yards in the game, and that's going to end it up here in the third quarter. 21-17. It's a great game here in Seattle. New Orleans in the lead by 4. And that's it. One more quarter left to play. Seattle on the move, trying to score and get back into the lead. As it's been a cat fight so far. Second and 9 this time. 3 receivers, a tight end, and a back. It's Poe throwing. This one, it's caught. Gets it to the 49 and he's dropped. First and 10, that's Dallas Crawford. 3 catches, 61 yards on the day for him. As he hasn't caught the ball for quite some time. First and 10, this one's Poe. Throwing, it's caught. He gets it to Colin Yu, but he's going to get dragged down. Second and 9 after that one. Colin Yu, his first catch of the game, and only goes for a yard, though. Joseph Davis, his tackle, stops it from coming big. Second and 9. Here's Poe. Throwing this one, Crawford again. They did the same plays a couple plays ago, but this time read like a book by the defense. Third and 9 as Crawford can't hang on to that one with the pressure. We'll see if the Natives can make this play happen and get another first. They don't want New Orleans to get the ball once more because it could mean pain for them if they score. Third and 9. Here's Poe. He hits and that's going to be short. He stopped at the 42. Crawford gets 8 yards, but that's not good enough. Great saving play there by Robinson. Donald Robinson with the tackle there stops him. Robinson rushed to that thing when he knew he was going Crawford again. Fourth and 1, maybe they go for it. And that's what they're doing. Looking heavy, maybe run up the middle, but New Orleans has a lot of people on the D-line. Here's you. He's going to be short. New Orleans stops him. Great play there by the musicians. And they stop him, and they have the lead and the ball now. As they try, Cornu, he's teared up their defense all night, but not this time. It was McWilliams, Cooper, and Robinson in there. Steph Skies comes back out. 12 completions, 14 attempts. 186 yards and 2 touchdowns. Only 2 incompletions. He's been pretty accurate. He probably is the most accurate quarterback in the league. Steph Skies. Throwing, that's a deep bomb. Oh, can't hold his hands onto it. That would have been a great catch by Flowers if he could. This guy's a pretty deep throw, accurate thrower. He might lose that a little bit with his age, but who knows? This guy's is an aging QB, over 30. Second and 10, it's Skies throwing. A nice juke there by Graves. Graves with open space. Gets it to the 37, and that's what happens if you can't tackle Graves right after the catch. He is a nice run-after-catch receiver. 6 catches over 100 yards now for Graves. He has 105 yards. 8 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Look at that play by Graves. Had blockers, and he only had to do 1 juke. Good delivery there by Skies. This is a great receiver, underrated. I can't remember how old is it if he is, but if he's young, he's gonna have a great career. First and 10. Here is Castles. He's gonna be stopped. Saw that guy coming in from the back, but I guess New Orleans didn't. Castles only 28 yards today. He's not been that great. I mean, he had his flashes, but Seattle's been able to shut him down pretty well. Second and 10. See pressure coming from Seattle's side. Here's Castles. He's gonna get stopped right by the guy home. That's what Seattle's been doing. They've been putting pressure, and they haven't been able to see it on the musician side of the ball. 3rd and 13 now. They've been sending him right into the blitz every time, and Seattle, that's just great execution by head coach. Get the guy on him, and he can't go anywhere. He's a short back, so what he relies on is his shiftiness. 4 receivers, and that's the background's Castles. Throwing at Skies with the screen for Fernandez. Oh no, that's Gonzalez, but he's blown up 4th and 17 at the 44. 4 catches, 22 yards for Gonzalez. That brings up the 4th down. It would be a long field goal from here. We'll see if they can make it a 7-point game. A long field goal. Oh, no, wait. They're on the... Oh, they're punting. They don't think they can make it, so they're taking out the punting. And this one hits the end zone, so they'll start the 20. So now Seattle comes back out the ball. 6:13 left to go till the end of regulation. A touchdown gives them the lead. A field goal won't cut it. There's Poe and Crawford. Hopefully they have some chemistry during this drive. That's what they're looking for. Here's Poe throwing. Caught on the sideline. Nice toe tap by Williams. Here's 1st and 10. It's Kermit Poe on play action. He's throwing. That one's Romero. Romero gets to the 49-yard line. That's a catch, and it's another 1st down for Seattle. The Natives on a little bit of a roll now. 2 straight good passes there from Poe to get some yards. He faked out Torres on that play, and he got the 1st. He catches 29 yards for Romero. Pretty close to 50. He just needs a catch and a yard. 1st and 10. Here's Poe. Has quite a bit of time. He's run out of it, though. Poe on the run. Throwing it to Mark Berry. Mark Berry stumbling up to the 26-yard line after getting open on that one. 2 catches, 32 yards from Berry. As Poe to Berry on the run. Good play there by Berry. Getting open and getting some yards for the Natives. As Poe needed to get rid of that one quickly before he got sacked. Not all quarterbacks can do what Kermit Poe just did there. Some people can take it for granted. Some quarterbacks, I mean, I'm not going to say any names, but they won't get off the ball in time. 1st and 10, here's Poe. 5 minutes left to go in regulation. He has a lot of time. Kermit Poe throwing. That one, oh, I think that's PI. Oh no, legal touching on the offense. Christian Young. He had some illegal touching there, and that's a 2nd and 10. So not really even much of a penalty. They're just going to call the incompletion. 26, 2nd and 10. Poe throwing that one. It hits Sheldon Romero, and he gets hit at the 24 and dropped. 2 yards, and it's 3rd and 8. Third and 8. It's Poe. Scrambling a little bit. 3rd and 8. Throwing it down deep into the end zone. Touchdown! A rocket from Kermit Poe. I don't even know who that is. That's... Wait, what? Hold on. We need to review something here. So, Seattle just committed crime in JSFL. They got Timothy Morgan back on the field for that play. So, his injury is turned into a suspension, and now we're about to see what that suspension is after a spin. So, Wild Card Divisional Championship in Week 1. We'll see which one he can return on. It has been decided that Timothy Morgan will turn on Week 1 of next year, so you will not be able to see him for the rest of the year. He is suspended from JSFL till Week 1. So Timothy Morgan just has came from... So that is his last catch of the season. No more for Timothy Morgan. He won't be back on Week 12. He won't be back on Wild Card. He won't be back on Divisional, and if they make that far. And he won't be back on Championship Day. He'll be back on Week 1 of the season. That's what you get when you cheat. I mean, you may have won the game, but you don't get your star receiver back for the playoffs if you make, which you're probably going to make. So we are going to go back to Seattle. New Orleans, outrageous. Actually, we'll be back in one more second. We'll see the point after first. And the kick is up. It is good. Shocking what Seattle did there. They really put Timothy Morgan on just to do that. It counts, but at what cost? Just to win a regular season game, maybe? And they might even lose. New Orleans has 4 minutes left. We'll be back here in Seattle. As fans, it's outrageous. We're back here in Seattle. After the devastating news of Timothy Morgan being suspended. So here's a throw. It's Jesse Flowers in the open field. 30, 20, he doesn't have the room. 10, touchdown New Orleans. The musicians score. And they take the lead. So bringing out Morgan for no reason because New Orleans scores back. Jesse Flowers, 75 yards. And to the house for New Orleans. The rookie from West gets a touchdown. And that one puts him over 100 yards on the day. That is his 3rd touchdown of the season. And with the big game he's having today, he could possibly be back into the leader for the receiving yards. For the PAT, 22 yards. We'll see if they can make it a 4-point game. And they do. So 4:12 left. One play, 75 yards, 10 seconds. That's the drive, scoring drive. And before they do, they need a touchdown in 4 minutes and 12 seconds. So it's definitely manageable. We'll see if they can do it. New Orleans stand strong. Seattle thinking they're going to get Timothy Morgan back next week. But now just hearing it won't be till next season. Harsh call by the league administrator, which is... Yeah. Giving him the worst punishment possible. Return, it goes to the 28. Good return there. As here comes back out the natives. Cole Mew hasn't had much of help in the fourth quarter. He's been decent, but it's been a little slow in the fourth quarter. Poe has X Factor on. Down by 4 with 4:09 left. Can they score? Mark Berrigan signaled. Here's first and 10. It's Fred Williams with the catch, gets to the 32. Second and 6. It's Poe. Oh, and that one's caught. Cole Mew. Cole Mew gets it up to the 47. Good catch there. And he gets his second catch down and goes for 15 yards. As Poe gets the connection to you to move the chains. .20 left to go in the end of regulation. Natives need to score. Poe throwing this one. It's caught and he gets it to Crawford. That was Crawford to the 42. Here's Poe throwing a dart right to the hands of Fred Williams, and he gets it to the 24. Plenty of time still on the clock for the natives, especially 3 timeouts. But this was probably never going to see the 2-minute warning. Fred Williams, 100 yards down today as he catches. He's been blowing up today. So now each team over with 100-yard receivers. For first, it was New Orleans with Carl Graves. Now it's the natives with Fred Williams. We might get another play before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they snap it. Here's Poe throwing. This one, Sheldon Romero caught, and it's 2 minutes left, right on the dot. 2nd and 7 after the catch by Romero. You're over 50 yards now on the day for him. So 2 minutes left to go here in Seattle. The natives down by 4. They need a touchdown, and they're at the 21 at the tip of the red zone. 2nd and 7. 3 timeouts they still have, so plenty of time. Here is Poe. Throwing, it's Romero again. This time gets it to the 20, only a yard. 1 touchdown, 2 field goals in the red zone as they're in the red zone once more. John Romero, 11 catches, 55 yards. He's averaging 5 a catch. 3rd and 6. Here's Poe throwing. This one is caught. It's Mark Berry. To the 11-yard line, 1st and 10. They're getting close. New Orleans on their toes. They need to stop this because they're getting a lot of clock off. So if they get this touchdown, it's going to be hard for New Orleans to get a strike back. Here's the natives again. Poe throwing on 1st down. Having a lot of time. Pressure finally again. They're into the end zone. Touchdown. Dallas Crawford. He gets into the end zone and the natives take the lead once more. With the extra point, they'll be up by a field goal. As he was getting sacked, launches it up. Oh, no, wait, that's Fred Williams. Fred Williams with the touchdown catch. Great play there by the natives. And Fred Williams with the TD. Kick up, it is good. He played 73 yards, 3 minutes off and 6 seconds off the clock. So with 1 minute and 3 seconds left, 8 for 8, 68 yards on Kermit Poe's drive that time, and a touchdown. So they have 1 minute and 3 seconds, 3 timeouts to get a field goal. Can Seattle's defense make a stand, or can New Orleans tie it up and go into overtime, which they've been pretty good at winning in overtime this season? Because they've got 2 overtime touchdowns, as I know. They got the New York Businessmen's Owen Castle's 15-yard touchdown and the big bomb to Carl Graves against the Gila Monsters. We'll see if they can maybe get a touchdown here and close it out. Kick away. This one, it's going to be returned. Gets it past the 20. He's going to get dropped to the 24. 1 minute left to go. At the 24-yard line, what can the musicians do? Here comes Tough Skies. These are going to have to be a big factor here if they want to try to either tie us up or take the lead. They're down by 3. It's 28-31 here in Seattle. Here is Skies. He throws it incomplete. That could have been intercepted. If they want a field goal, they're going to have to get to the 42-yard line. Second and 10, 57 seconds left, 3 timeouts. Second and 10, here's Skies. Throwing, that's tested down and incomplete, probably for the better. That would have been a really short pass. Here's 3rd and 10. The musicians need a play. Here's Skies. Throwing, it's caught. That's Flowers. Gets it to the 27, only 3 yards. They need bigger plays. But they used their first time out. Jesse Flowers, 5 receptions, 124 yards. With that big catch, it helped them on the yards boostage. And a touchdown for him. 49 seconds left to go. 4th and 7. The game is on the line. If they don't get this, Seattle wins. After using Timothy Morgan to cheat. Fourth and 7, here's Skies. Throwing to downfield. Where's the pass interference? It's none. And Seattle gets the ball. No pass interference is called. Unbelievable here in Seattle. As the natives are going to take this one home. Guys, let's watch this again. Look, they're locking hands. Peter Morris and Gonzalez, look at that. That's pass interference all the way. As Fred Williams comes out, 9 receptions, 115 yards, a touchdown. But, wow, unbelievable. They don't even call it. First and 10 now for the natives. First down and this thing would be over. Not even, maybe. Here's Colin Yu as he might take this thing to the house. Gets it all the way to the 2-yard line. New Orleans uses the timeout, and that will put this thing to bed. All you gotta do is kneel out the clock now. As Seattle has won this battle tonight. Wow, what a game. Seattle will go 9-2. New Orleans will go 8-3. I'm kind of mad at that one. But they're going to suffer the consequences, and that could hurt them in the playoffs. Maybe we'll see these two at a championship game. It's unbelievable what Seattle did to New Orleans here tonight. In New Orleans, we used that hatred, maybe, to win the first ever JSFL championship. And that's going to wrap us up here. The final score will be Seattle Natives 31, New Orleans Musicians 28. That's the game here in Seattle. The Natives win it by 3. And they go to 9-2. And Musicians to 8-3. Her player of the game, 335 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a pretty good passer rating. And every quarter, New Orleans scored, so they scored 7 each quarter, so that's pretty consistent. But in the end, they couldn't win it. They're gonna go home with another loss, their 3rd of the season. As Seattle and New Orleans are both guaranteed playoffs now. But actually, New Orleans isn't guaranteed, but Seattle is. But New Orleans has a pretty big chance of getting into the playoffs. But Seattle has guaranteed their spot, and it will probably be the number 1 spot. Well, I'll see you guys on Week 12 for the Week 12's podcast.